What is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now, AAA games make up the biggest bulk of all video games, and I love AAA games. These are these big budget games, and they tend to be the best games that are released. Now, what I don't like is when game developers create excessively grindy trophy lists. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Marvel's Avengers and Crystal Dynamics. So what I've done is I've created a list of easy, fun AAA games where you can earn a nice easy platinum trophy as well. And these games, they're fun, they're easy, but you don't have to be ashamed of them like some other really easy platinum trophies. Rad luck, yeah. It's Stadia Software. Oh, excuse me. Let's begin. I would just like to add before I begin talking about any of the specific games that there's not a single missable trophy in any of these games, so do not worry while you're watching this video. And let's start with our first game. Now, as we approach the end of the PS4 life cycle, I think it's fitting to first talk about a launch game for the PS4, and this is Infamous Second Son. In this Infamous game, you play as Deslan Rowe, who gains superpowers during the course of the introduction of the game. This isn't a direct sequel of Infamous 1 or 2, so because of that, don't feel like you have to play the first two, because I haven't. It's more of a spin-off, but that doesn't mean this game isn't awesome, because it really is. This is an open world game created by everyone's favourite studio, Sucker Punch. In this game, you get access to 4 different superpowers to allow you to climb skyscrapers, soar across the sky, and fight lots of bad guys. Pretty awesome, right? Well, not only is this game great, it is also a very easy platinum trophy for a AAA game, coming in at only a difficulty of 3 out of 10. This game does require 2 playthroughs, with the first taking you around 16 to 18 hours to finish the main story and to finish up all of the collectibles, and then followed by a second playthrough on the hardest difficulty, which will only take you about 8 hours or so. By this point, you're pretty much at a level where the hardest difficulty still isn't very hard. Now, despite this only being quite a short completion time of around 25 hours, I found myself playing this game for 35 to 40 hours, just enjoying the game, taking it all in, exploring the beautiful city of Seattle, and just fighting as many bad guys and just making the most of all these different powers that you have at your disposal. Now, over the course of these 2 playthroughs, you will have a karma meter, which doesn't really affect the game at all, but there's a few decisions you have to make during the course of the story, and these are air quotation good or bad decisions, which give you a good or bad karma, and it affects the endings that you get. So basically, during each playthrough, one playthrough has to be a good karma and the other playthrough has to be a bad karma, as there's trophies attached to each. All in all, this is one of the best superhero games on the PS4, maybe currently on all console, and I couldn't recommend this game enough to you if you have not played it. Go play Infamous Second Son, you will not regret it. Next is another launch title. This one was not received as positively as Infamous Second Son, and that is The Order 1866. This game, brought to you by Ready at Dawn, was overly criticised for looking incredible but having nothing else behind the wheel, a weak story and weak gameplay, and obviously being much too short for a full price launch title game. I do agree with the latter, but now you can pick this game for under £10 or under $10. It's a total bargain. The Order 1866 is a third-person shooter-based game, surprisingly set in 1866, but in an alternate history where the Order of the Knights are a secret service agency who protect the world against half-breed monsters. Look, totally honest, the combat is pretty generic, but the game looks awesome, and although the story is basic and predictable, that doesn't mean it isn't a great story nonetheless. More importantly though, the Platinum Trophy is a total cakewalk. No difficulty trophies, only a few collectibles, a few kill-based trophies, and I kid you not, the Platinum Trophy is yours in just 7 hours. This is the quickest game on the list for sure, and this game only has a difficulty of 2 out of 10, with a completion time of 7 hours, and only 1 playthrough is required for this one. This is without doubt the quickest Platinum Trophy on this list, and one of the fastest AAA Platinum Trophies. The next game on this list was such an unexpected piece of gold dust from EA, and this game is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You are about to hear me speak positively about EA, which is something I rarely do unless I am talking specifically about this game. You take control of Cal Kestis, a Jedi Padawan who survives Order 66 and is living in hiding. Once he uses his powers to save a friend, the Inquisitors come for him, which fires him into the ongoing rebel war against the Empire and helps him on his path to fulfilling his destiny of becoming a Jedi. Look guys, this is another incredible game. We are giving a lovable cast with great lead character with lots of Star Wars throwbacks and cameo appearances, which just make this game a delight to play. However, where this game really shines is its combat. Respawn Entertainment took a new approach to making lightsaber combat that has never really been done before. This game is a lot slower and precise than any other Star Wars game before it, and although I think the reception by gamers was slightly mixed, I personally love it. As the game starts you feel like a bumbling Padawan, but as you progress not only does Cal become more powerful, you as a player develop into a fully fledged Jedi. I like to think that Jedis are deadly due to their patience, awareness and skill, which are all aspects that this game makes you focus on during its playtime. Now let's talk Platinum Trophy. This is a bit of a longer one with a few more steps, but the quality of the game will really keep you entertained for the most part, apart from the collectible run at the end, which we'll get to in a moment. The first part of this game is to play the game while making sure you collect the 10 terrarium seeds and scanning all the enemies. It sounds like a lot, but remember, nothing is missable and enemies always respawn, so there's no need to fret about missing certain enemies and missing certain miscellaneous kill trophies. Once you've done this and completed the story, you should be around hour 25. The final part of this is just to do a quick collectible run through the remaining planets, and the Platinum Trophy is yours. There's no difficulty based trophies here, so you can play it at your leisure or at a hard difficulty if you so wish. Because of this game has a difficulty of 3 out of 10 and a completion time of 30 hours, and only one playthrough is required. The next entry in this list is Naughty Dog's latest addition to the Uncharted series, Uncharted Lost Legacy. In this game you take control of a new protagonist in Chloe Fraser and go on an adventure alongside Nadine Ross from Uncharted 4. Let me just say, this is how spin-off games should be done. This game captures a lot of magic from the series and Chloe has almost as much charm as Nathan Drake, and she is funny and awesome throughout the game with a great background which really is integrated into this short story. This game is only about half the length of Uncharted 4, but it is full of Uncharted tropes, great combat, awesome stealth and big open encounters. It also features the first open world section which we see in more detail and paves the way for The Last of Us Part 2. There's a lot of love here and quite frankly just playing the core 4 Uncharted games isn't enough if you ask me. This spin-off is so important for the development of plenty of side characters who we have met over the main 4 games who maybe didn't get enough screen time, and the first hour of this game in the City of India is just truly a spectacle that everyone should see. As you may be able to tell, I really love this game. I think if you like the games I do, you will too. Now the Platinum Trophy, again another easy one. This can be completed in one playthrough, but I heavily advise 2. You'll save yourself a lot of ball ache by splitting this game over 2 playthroughs, I tell you. The first playthrough will involve picking up all the collectibles. Sadly, because it's Naughty Dog and Naughty Dog hate trophy hunters, there's still over 100 collectibles, and you can expect the first playthrough to take you about 10 hours and expect quite a lot of pausing to check where the collectibles are. Nonetheless, it's still super easy and still a very fun game. Once you complete the first playthrough, you need to play through the game on crushing difficulty, the hardest difficulty. Just like Uncharted 4, on crushing this game can be very unforgiving and can be quite a challenge. Thankfully, as you collect treasures, you unlock points that you can spend on cheats such as infinite ammo, weapon select and time slow. This makes crushing a lot easier. I do not want to say very easy because there's still a few challenging sections even with the cheats. The one that comes to mind is about halfway through the game you have to fight a mobile tank, and this took me about 10 to 15 tries even with the cheats. Because of that, I'm giving this game a 4 out of 10 difficulty and a platinum time of 18 hours with 2 playthroughs. Alright, now we are talking. The final game on this list is SpiderMan. For me, this is one of the greatest games on the PS4, definitely in the top 5, maybe even the top 3. This game completely and utterly perfects the Spider-Man formula. Insomniac Games really pulled out all the stops when creating this masterpiece. From perfect web swinging to perfect combat, to perfect characters and the perfect actors. Yes, the actors are perfect and their facial designs are perfect as well. Unchangeable, some would say. Irreplaceable, some would even say. This game really takes you on a classic modern Spidey adventure, and I have spoken about this game a ton on my channel because I'm a Spidey fanboy. Despite this, because I'm a fanboy, I'm actually usually very overly critical of the things that I love. If you don't believe me, just check out my Marvel Avengers review and see how brutal I was on that game. So trust me when I say this game, Spider-Man, is incredible, I really mean it. Alongside this awesome game is an amazing, easy, fun Platinum Trophy list. The base game consists of just completing the main story, completing the side quests, and a few easy collectibles and map clearing objectives. It is a total breeze. Now it is worth mentioning that there is a New Game Plus trophy and a trophy for completing the game on the hardest difficulty, but these are both DLC trophies, so if you're only bothered about the Platinum Trophy, there's no need to worry about them. In terms of the DLC, there is 3 DLC consisting of further storytelling, and it takes around 10 hours to complete the entirety of the DLC. The difficulty for this Platinum Trophy is a 2 out of 10 with a completion time of 30 hours. Now if you want to get all the DLC and do the second playthrough of New Game Plus, it's all going to take you another 25 hours and a difficulty of 4 out of 10. But it's still completely doable, and if you haven't done it, I strongly advise all of the trophies for this game. And there you go, there was 5 easy, fun AAA Platinum Trophies to add to your collection. These are quite popular, common games, and the chances are you may already have a few of these, or all of them like me. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with the gradings I've given these games, and let me know if you plan on playing any of them if you haven't already platinumed them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, take it easy.